Well, one of the nice things about being in the private equity and private debt business is that my actions have impacted a lot of small and mid-sized businesses that have really been focused on trying to carve out their path and grow in a challenging environment. So it's really been, often the words of the entrepreneurs and managers of these businesses and the impact of actions that I felt had a very small impact, but they said really made a difference in the development of the company. Well, I seek change on a daily basis. Although it's interesting, change, in order for big change, larger changes to take place, you really have to do a lot of planning and work and execution. When we started Brightwood, we set out to really, in our own way, change the industry. And looking back 6 years later, we have really helped bring about and been part of a sea change in direct lending. But we couldn't have gotten there by saying, by starting with the end. It really took a lot of planning, a lot of flexibility to really help bring change to an industry that had been fairly unchanged over the past 3 or 4 decades. I really try to keep very grounded and on a daily basis, particularly being in the business community. Every day is unpredictable, and so you don't know what each one will bring. So what I try to do is at the beginning and at the end of each day to take 15 to 30 minutes just to really focus on the couple things I want to get accomplished during the day, and then to reflect on what happened at the end. And I find that time it really helps ground and center. Other important areas are church on a regular basis and a weekly basis, and spending time with family, and those are the things that keep me grounded, given an otherwise hectic daily basis. A passion of mine is travel, and there's one of my favorite quotes is, that the more I travel, the smaller I seem in the world and my place in the world. But that's a good thing, because you really it really makes you a better person. And so, if there's one thing I could encourage is really going outside of your comfort zone and meeting new people and taking on new experiences. And the impact you have on others is important, but the impact it has on you is even greater.